This episode is brought to you by Athletic Greens. And everybody, I use Athletic Greens every single day. And at the beginning of the year, I decided to prioritize better gut health. I wanted to have more energy, an optimized immune system, and I wanted to take a supplement that actually tastes great. Go figure. So what is this stuff? With one scoop of delicious AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. Tons of people are taking some sort of multivitamin, and it's important to choose one with high-quality ingredients that your body will actually absorb. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with daily, convenient nutrition. It's just one scoop and a cup of water every day. Really, that's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements. And guys, look, I've done the same thing. I've gotten all these pills and trying to take everything all at once. I've ended up taking 75 pills. All you need is AG1. That's it. No need for a million different pills, supplements to look out for your health. It's just AG1. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs, which are clutch, with your first purchase. All you got to do is visit athleticgreens.com/DLB. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/DLB to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
Our flight's about to board. Like, I have 3 kids, blah, blah, blah. I was like, sure, I don't care. Like, I'm 40 minutes early, whatever.
Right, yeah.
This is before I knew the line was going to be 30 minutes long. But anyways.
Of course.
So I was like, go ahead. So she goes. Gets
The
her boarding
security
passes.
line, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like to check the bag. So
Right.
she's getting her boarding passes. An hour later, I'm getting onto my flight to Atlanta. And this woman's on my flight. I was like, your flight wasn't boarding. You were on my flight.
Wow.
She lied.
How do you play
I
though?
gave her one of these. I gave her a.
Really?
Pass.
That look,
Yeah.
that looks
Side eye. Was that side eye? I can't see eyes.
It was this, Roy. It was.
Oh, shit!
You didn't
crazy
have 3
seeing you
kids.
here.
Your flight wasn't boarding. Your flight boarded when my flight boarded, which is right now, which was an hour after you told me your flight was boarding.
Have you ever had?
Did she stare back? Like,
I
what
think
was-
she realized she was found out.
She had been had.
Yeah.
What are the chances? I mean,
I've had that issue on a flight with like the flight just lands, the seatbelt light goes off, so everyone does that thing where they pop up, and someone in the back's like, I got a connecting flight that boards and blah blah blah. I had a connecting flight. I had a it boarded in like 40 minutes, so I was like,
Right.
I wasn't in that much of a rush, but I was like, I don't want to be.
Which airport were you
And
at
she,
though?
this was Dallas, and she was.
everyone's playing
If
games
it's
right now in
Atlanta, you're
airports.
She was
40
doing-
minutes, you're fucked.
She was doing this thing like, I need to go right now. And like people, there was like one lady next to me that was like, I have a connecting flight too. So she just like stood up and she like, I'm not like, we all have connecting flights. Like, sorry, I don't care when your thing's boarding. I am standing in this aisle. Like, sorry.
Wait, it's like in Wayne's World when he's like, everybody's girlfriends are in there, buddy.
The airports are a dangerous game right now. I will tell you that the notion that you need some proof of ID or a driver's license, you can get on a plane with that one. But you need to
That
have.
seems reckless.
That's
No,
always
you-
been true though.
You need to have a
No.
TSA
Yes.
number. You need to have a TSA number. You do. If you do,
Stugotz is basically informing the audience. Okay, this is not surprising.
I just did it.
I know, but I'm not even going to refute what you're saying. I do believe you've gamed the system. I believe the airports have been locked down because you have every seat reserved. And I believe you have indeed figured out.
slinging seats outside of an
I
airport.
told you today, we are in here earlier than usual today because Stugotz has an early flight. And I told him getting off the beach, getting to the airport, the amount of infrastructure, traffic in Miami right now, that's a dangerous thing
got it.
that he is doing. He's like, no problem. I've been doing this. I'm going to get to the airport and I'm going to fly right out.
I'm an expert, Dan. If you go now, listen again. I hate saying this, but if you go valet parking, you go first class.
You don't hate saying
and
this.
you bring one
I-
carry-on.
you have bought-
are on that
Stugotz
plane
is right.
inside of 30 minutes.
I haven't had
I'm
that
telling
bad of
you.
an experience traveling, and I've flown in and out of Atlanta and Chicago, which are like 2
Valet parking.
hellholes.
Yes, Jessica and Whittingham, what
And
are you
I'm
doing?
baked every time I'm doing it.
He says he hates doing this. He just admits to just driving while
Penske on the way.
driving while baked. Okay, drives to the airport, valets,
Drake?
leaves the valet a car full of marijuana smoke.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
But it's a pen, Dano.
he bought his way. He has bought his way into the game. A pen that gets Brittany Griner 10 years in a different country, but Stugotz is just blowing through airport security because he's looking for the next scam where he's like, hey, can I just bring bombs now? I want to bring bombs on the plane. How much do I have to pay? Sir, why would you want to do that? I just want to get away with it. I always need to get away with something. So, like, Stugotz will find a security clearance where he just ends up in the pilot's co-pilot seat holding a shoe bomb.
You're definitely taking away his pre-check status now, Dan.
You know,
we need to bleep out the B.
All he's
So
going to do
good.
is pay more for it. That's it. He's bought his way into the system.
I had TSA pre. I happen to have my ESPN work badge on me.
Throw that on. I'm with the
Yes.
media.
You know how you're not supposed to say
I did
bomb?
that, yeah.
You're not supposed to say bomb in the airport. Dan just said it in an airport conversation, and I clenched my pearls. I was
Did
like,
you
oh my
really?
God.
Yeah.
Clutch. Wait, did you clutch
You
your pearls or
clenched
did
your
you
pearls?
clench
What'd you
your,
do with
clench
them?
your
Yeah,
butt?
wait.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he wanted to say he clenched his sphincter, I think.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like,
clinched
yeah.
is
But
what.
you clenched that as well.
yeah,
We got a clinch
What do you
problem.
clinch?
figure it out.
Like
a division
the
title.
NLCS?
Yeah, you clinched a division. Yeah. A wild card berth.
All right, we're playing Family Feud right now. No more time.
Things you
passing.
clinch?
President's
Family
Trophy.
Feud is- We're playing Fat Family
That's what happens
Feud.
when we start at 3 a.m.
All right,
here we go.
reminders. I had 71 points. Yeah, my flight's at 5:20. First one out. 71 points first round. So Dan needs roughly 40 something.
Okay, but if indeed this is a family, and I don't know what the teams should be because I still don't think we've gotten to the answer of who would our 5 be, because I actually think this is something we could pull off. And I think competitively, strategically, and to be entertaining, do we or do we not omit the Sage Elder? Our Poppy, and are you both telling me? I want to see who's in and who's out. Like, who would be in this actual position?
Based
if-
off you avoiding this game, you're on your way out.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
Because it
fine.
doesn't
seriously.
seem like you're confident about this game.
nervous,
Well, what
rattled.
I was hoping
I
to do,
mean-
Chris, is run the thread. I didn't tell you this, so that this never appeared until the very end of the show. So we were playing it like the feud, but you've badgered me into it. I was hoping it would be the last thing we did in the post game as a payoff because we were too busy having fun. But okay, we'll do it your way.
I mean, who
Never
wants to
mind
wait
about
that
what
long?
I was doing.
Right.
I mean, you want us to play the Charleston under the show for 2 hours and 40 minutes?
No, I just wanted to keep kicking it down the road so that people who
But I
were
got a
listening
flight to catch,
were
I mean.
trying. No, you'd still be here.
Oh.
We've done this early in the morning because you have to get on a flight that's going to get delayed.
It's 4 a.m. right now.
Do you believe that Stugotz, it was 3 a.m. a few minutes ago? Do you believe that Stugotz is going to get away with this? I don't believe Stugotz is going to make his flight unless it gets delayed. I believe he will not be able to stay here, do the entire show, and make his flight.
If the question is, will Stugotz get away with it? The answer is always, 100% of the time, yes.
Yep.
Yes, he will.
Number
He will
one
get
answer
to
on the
wherever-
board. Yep.
What is our team?
All right, so the fast money team is you and Stugotz. So we got to fill out 3 other places now. So based off the archetypes,
But Stugotz should be the captain, I think. I think I'm better in the number 2 role as his wife. Or
perfect.
no, so actually, sometimes, you know what? No, the head of family often goes wife, too. That's my sexism showing. Like that, women and men both do that
Yeah,
one role.
sometimes the husbands
But
in the
feud
number
I'm
2.
remembering in the 70s, you weren't finding a whole lot of
Yeah.
women at the front of those
Kick,
families.
save, and a butte, Dan.
Good job.
Yeah.
But this is a better family feud. Who else?
All right, so the third one is the wise elder. The fourth one provides the wacky answers. And the fifth one is there to make out the numbers.
You guys are saying then that I'm not the wise elder because we've got, so either Poppy or Cody, you got to choose. Greg Cody, or do we have another Stan Van Gundy?
My dad would be terrible at that game.
No, I think he'd be great at it. I want Greg to fill the third role. I think he's tailor
He'd be
made for it.
funny.
It'd be fun and funny.
He'd be the wacky
Yes.
elder
He'd
telling.
be like, "Who needs me?"
Yes,
Yep.
yeah, he'd be good. He would be good. He would
like
be.
Greg,
That would
you
be
have 20
great.
seconds.
That would be like at the,
Maybe.
when Steve Harvey goes to like bring the people up to guess the first answer, and he goes, I need Greg, I need Tyler, and Greg just shouts, who needs me?
See, but he'd be good for content. The problem is, and I fear the same thing Chris does, he's so narcissistic that he wouldn't know what other people wanted. So when it's like your best meal for breakfast, when he answers beer, he
That's
thinks
his
that's
answer.
a good answer.
No, but sometimes, Dan, you need someone who's going to get you the 7th answer on the board in the first round.
Yeah.
And there's, 100 people surveyed, top 8 answers on the board. You need a wacky thinker to get you 7 and 8.
Because there's always a wacky answer.
Yeah, there's always
Yeah.
a wacky answer,
Yeah.
and there's always a sex joke.
How many glasses of water does someone eat? Does someone drink a week? 1.
Hey, number 7 answer on the board.
Yep. Good guess. Good guess.
Do you think your dad drinks a single glass of water a week? We just
He
got
would tell you that there's water in coffee.
that's what the
And beer.
He's right about that.
well he does. I think your father gets all his water intake from beer.
I think like twice a week he'll wake up just extremely hungover and be like, let me chug a bottle of water. And that'll be about it for the
And
day.
it will heal him. And he's done it for 30 years. I've marveled at it. Doesn't gain weight. It's the strangest thing.
It all goes into that little thing in his belly button.
All right, so he's our sage elder. You guys are not concerned that we're going to lose, or more like we're making a better television team, but a team less likely to win.
Dan, are we really there to win?
No.
No, we're there to jazz hands, make some content for Steve Harvey.
Okay, so all right, so Cody's in. That leaves
Cody is
only
in.
2 spots.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is quite the scrum. Who else gets it?
All right, so the 4th one generally gives the real wacky answer, right? So someone who completely goes off the board, the rest of the family sort of hates and is willing to say something crazy.
You guys were saying Billy Lewis or
And
Chris Cody.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Chris Cody.
Wow, we get a pair of Codys on the stage with
Couple
Dan
of
and Stu.
Cody's cutting
It's
it
a
out.
real family affair. It's called Family Feud.
Billy, but you think Chris gives you more wacky and oddball than Billy?
Billy would never give you an answer. I mean,
Exactly.
Be like, well,
I would love,
Yeah, don't
I
do
would love
fast
for
money with
Billy
him.
to play Fast Money, and he gives a whole
Wouldn't-
paragraph for the first answer.
He would not be
he would ask a follow-up.
He would not be decisive. He wouldn't be. He'd be just. He would not be good. I don't think he'd be very. He might be good as content.
In the middle of, well, all right.
And so now we've got 1 seat remaining.
yes.
I think that one we just kind of draw out of a hat.
Draw out a hat. Seriously?
Roy wants it.
No, it's not even that I want it.
Yeah, I think
Is
we chuck
that-
all of our names
Who
into
are,
a
who
hat.
are our options? I'll make the drawing
Smetty,
now.
Well,
You're
it's gotta
still
be
around?
everybody. It's Smetty. It's
Whitty,
Whittingham. It's
Mike
Roy.
Ryan.
It's Mike. It's Tony.
Yeah.
It's Lewis. And I think you got to include all McGill and Amici and
Frankie and Security.
Amin.
Bear.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jer Bear, yeah, good shout.
Hildy.
Well, I'm the guy that's going to
got
get the
it
numbers
right.
for you, so it has to be me.
Well, now he
The
does
points.
want it. See, now you're
He
now
wants
you're
it.
now the
Yeah,
mask
he wants
comes
it.
off.
See,
He
this
wants
was
it.
about
Costume
Roy
comes
wanting
off.
to be a part of the team.
This is-
Roy
and
wants to be a
you'd
part
wear
of the
that
team.
hat.
Doesn't want to be
You'd wear
left
that-
No,
out.
I'm going to win you the game.
You'd wear the black hat, would you? The physical black hat that you like to wear, you would wear it, would you not?
That is correct. That is correct. Yeah. The actual hat.
All right, let's see what we have here.
All right. Chris Cody is in charge of the game. He's got the questions.
How much time's on
Again,
the clock?
25 seconds, and
It's
you're
25.
reading.
Stugotz 30. I don't know why, but
Did
you want to
you?
give Dan 30? We can give Dan 30.
Why are we making it easier? Okay, well, this is the
Wait,
kind
I
of
had
stuff
30
that-
seconds? I got 71 in 30 seconds?
Well, you actually were silent for the last 5 seconds because you didn't have an answer for the last one. So actually, it was 25. We can do
All right.
25.
All right.
All right. Chris Cody, 100 people
I
surveyed.
don't understand why you guys decided, when left to your own devices, to immediately in the Stugotz portion allow him to cheat by playing the game differently than it's actually played and giving him more time.
I just don't think Chris Cody knew what the amount of time was for Fast
It's
Money.
2025.
2025. Yeah, it
So
used
you
to be
guys
15,
gave him
20.
an extra 10 seconds, and he gave me 71 points.
So you reveal the answers. Dan can't see the answers. You'll understand why they gave me a little extra time after you answer yours. They'll give my answers to you so you can hear them, and then your
Is
answers.
Jessica now drawing out of a hat with things in her hands instead? Oh, there's an actual hat there. I thought
We got a
Roy,
hat.
Wait a minute. I think Roy didn't agree to this though. Roy said, "Oh, once Roy heard
Well,
about
maybe
this
we'll
hat."
pick Roy's name.
Well, wait a minute, though. Yes, we now need a payoff, so we got to figure out what this is going to
All
be.
right, should I? You know, I'll just go ahead and pick a name here out of a hat.
But
A randomly selected.
How about the optics of this, though? We're going to be railroading the black man.
I mean, we currently don't have any woman representation on the family.
I
as
put
well.
Women can't be
Smetty on
the
my
leader of
team.
the house.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's some
did.
minorities on
Put
this
her on
team.
my team.
All right, so here we go. I'm picking
Because
a
you're
name.
smart, Jess.
And the winner for the 5th spot on our Family Feud team is Mike Ryan.
Oh, what the man? Seriously?
That was genuine rage. That was genuine. That
It
explosive.
was a name picked out of a
That
hat.
was 15 years of rage coming out of you.
Serious, dude? Mark that, Chris.
Imagine Billy's reaction to that.
Just got totally railroaded. A game show that doesn't exist, but you all now know that I'm just going to call Dan Patrick afterward and make sure it happens. And
God damn it.
Roy's like, Roy's like, I had my black hat on. I was already being fitted. I was going to get up there and scowl, and I was going to win the whole damn thing.
So if Dan gives the same answer that I gave, and there's a possibility of that, the first answer, certainly the second answer, and the fifth answer, I will do this. Okay.
Oh, I had a different idea. I was gonna play this.
Okay.
And it's like as a means of giving that off. So again, 100 people surveyed. First 5 answers, we'll show them now to the audience.
Mike Ryan.
You'll have 25 seconds.
This is good pressure.
If you give a repeat answer, you'll hear this sound. And I'll say try again, and you'll give another answer.
Good pressure. This is good.
You gotta be kidding me, Mike Ryan.
I feel it. I feel the pressure. I feel like I might choke. I'm scared.
All right, here we go.
I
The
left you the good answers.
time starts when I complete the
generous
first
of you.
question. Ready, Dano?
Yep.
Name something that breaks down.
Car. Computer.
Name a famous wizard.
Gilbert Arenas.
If you were dating a woman, how much weight could she gain between dates without you noticing?
10 pounds. 5 pounds.
How many pairs of socks does a fast food worker wear in 1 week?
Who?
A fast food worker, how many pairs of socks do they wear in 1 week?
Oh my gosh.
Let's just have some fun. Let him finish. Like, what's the answer there?
Yeah,
Well, Gilbert Arenas isn't probably going to get me
That's
anything.
Agent
it.
Zero.
Why you should have me on this
Strategy
team.
to go with the funny
I
answer.
thought for
Stugotz
sure.
said Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Not joking.
I was gonna say Gandalf.
Great minds think alike, you know.
I thought for sure you guys were going to give me the. I thought the funniest thing would have been getting a Suey, a repeat answer on Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
We were so close.
I thought I was
So
going to get
close.
another Suey. What would be a good? I got choked on after car. Like, what would be a good second thing to break down? Roy?
Actually, I thought you gave
Air
a good
conditioning.
answer. I think you gave a good answer.
All right, let me just because I don't think you're gonna get close to the point. So let's just see if you answer these questions right. If you would have got there, how many pairs of socks does a fast food worker wear in
6.
1 week? Okay. How many? Name another word for a book.
Another word for a book. Oh, there was a question I didn't even get to.
Yeah.
You only got
Yeah.
to 4 questions.
Yeah,
in
you get
25
5 questions.
Look at him.
Holy shit!
I had 19 seconds remaining when this one was asked of me, and I didn't give an answer.
Name another. let's name one.
Kendall. Yeah.
All right.
Candle.
Okay, so an
Okay.
e-reader,
Christ
Kindle
almighty.
/ e-reader.
A what?
All right. So name something that breaks down. Dan said computer. That is 17 points for Dan.
Nice,
The number
Dan.
1 answer was car. Number 2 was body.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
A famous wizard. Gilbert Arenas not on here. Top answer was Harry Potter.
Ooh.
How much weight could she gain between dates without you noticing? Dan got the number 1 answer, 5 pounds, 35.
Excellent. We're close.
It is a ridiculous question.
Absurd question.
I didn't pre-read all. I just got caught in the air with that one. Dan said 6 pairs of socks. That is.
I should have gone 5.
There's a lot of answers. That's what Stugotz went. It was the bottom answer. The top answer was 7, 1 a week. I mean, 1 a day. So
That's where I blew it.
How many points from 6?
Do people
nothing
really wear
actually.
different
And
socks
nobody
every
said
single
6
day?
inexplicably.
Yeah,
There's 7,
Wow.
10,
I
14,
think probably no. Wouldn't they
we
be
wear
zero?
socks
7, 10,
every
14,
few days.
15.
I'm doing
2,
South Florida because it's so
20.
humid here. Your
Well,
feet.
we're always
like-
in air conditioning.
Wait, hang on a second.
Who carries extra socks?
So, people wear socks multiple times?
Jessica's saying.
Always.
Jessica's.
Really?
I would not in South Florida. Having grown up here, your feet get swampy.
If my feet get swampy, I will wash
The
those
second-
socks immediately.
The second.
But my feet don't get swampy every day. My
Right.
feet don't really sweat.
The second a pair of socks hits my feet, that is the last time that I'll be using
I
them
have
before,
very
before
clean
washing.
feet.
I
You know
don't
what?
believe
I'm
that.
gonna stop
Nobody
talking
does
about my
that.
feet on air.
You know, people do.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the ally you want here, Jess, but I'll wear a pair of socks every once in a while.
Same
Like,
here,
if I don't
yeah.
do much in
I'm
them,
with
like,
you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
obviously if I'm out and about.
Yeah.
I have some very nice pairs of socks I like to rewear.
Jessica, this is a whole new fun game that we can play
Humble brag.
when your hygiene habits are those of Chris Cody and Stugotz. Like how many of those
Don't back
commonalities
down,
do
Jess.
you
Stay
guys
strong.
have? Because I think most people listening to this would say that they wear socks different days. I think.
That's just a lot of socks. I also
I mean,
don't
Dan,
wear
you said
socks
6,
every day.
though.
I wear sandals a lot.
Well, I blew it because I had a worker getting a day off.
Right.
Where I
Ooh,
did it,
I didn't even think of
You
that.
had them also not wearing socks on their day off.
I should
Right.
I
have
don't think
gone
that meant at work.
5 or 7. Is
I
what
had
should have
them,
done.
with a full weekend. I mean,
Wait, what was the number one answer?
7, one a day.
Yeah.
They're
But
lying.
5 was a couple of points, right?
5 was the bottom answer. There was like 10, 14, 15, 2, and 20 in there. No one said 6 randomly.
20?
Big fat zero.
Someone said
3
5
pairs
people
of
said
socks
20.
a day?
I actually would have probably said 7 for the few, but like my guess for how many pairs of socks I wear in a week is about 14. Because you wear some in the morning, go do something, you get home, maybe take your socks off, but then if you go out at night, I'm not putting those socks back on, I'm putting a new pair of socks
But none
back
of you
on.
guys wear sandals
Jackass.
that often. Like if I
I
wear
do at home.
I'll wear a pair of shoes for maybe like an hour to go get coffee, and then I'll change into sandals for the rest of the day, and then I'll just use those same socks the next day.
Do the socks stay on the floor? Like, what's the play here? Like, when they
No,
leave
I
your
put
feet,
them like I
you roll them back
I
up?
I have the in between
'Cause mine just go on the floor.
and the hamper
That's not
And-
surprising.
and the drawer.
Sure isn't.
You can't put them back in the drawer.
To me, the floor is the space before the hamper. I tell my wife this all the time.
Oh no!
Right.
Oh,
No, you need a chair
And don't.
for that.
This isn't a
You
sex.
need a
Like
chair
I
for
do the
that.
cooking. My wife does the laundry. Okay, don't like come
Oh
at me
my
with
God.
that. I'm not
Oh
like.
my God.
I'm just
Gender
saying. When I
roles
said,
over here.
When I said I tell my wife this, that didn't sound good. But I'm just saying.
You think that did?
Neither one. Your diluter
Stop
didn't even
digging.
sound good.
Well, I'm
you-
just like
that-
I know how that sounded originally. I don't know if I'm helping it. I'm just
No,
saying
you're
we all
not.
have
You're
chores.
not.
Me and my
You're
wife have equal chores in the house. That's
Okay.
one thing.
I
Yours
believe
too?
that, Chris.
I do.
I know.
Okay, it's
I
fine,
believe
and
you.
you're an enlightened man because you have equality about the chores in your house, and you don't.
So back to what I was saying.
No,
I
hold
tell.
on.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
I do too. But before he scampers away from a home littered with his socks thrown on the floor, I'd like to ask some more questions. Because it's the least surprising thing in the world that your wife would live in a home where there's 7 of your socks, not 8, 6. One got in the hamper.
Definitely an odd number.
What-
Definitely an odd
one
number of
got in the
socks in the
hamper,
Cody
but
house.
One's
now
on the fan.
She's not living with just a child. She's living with 2, just like your mother is. That you leave 7 or 9 socks, and one of them can be found on the kitchen near the refrigerator. One of your tube socks.
Nothing wrong with that. But I don't think. Am I the only one that lives by the rule of if a shirt comes off and it's not ready to be dirty yet? If it's like, all right, I'm not
It
going to
does
put.
not go on the floor.
Oh,
You need a chair. You need an armchair in your bedroom or adjacent to your closet. And
That's
the
where
chair
mine
is
goes.
The
Mine
land in
goes on a
between.
chair. If I'm going to do that,
This isn't the Clevelander floor. This is a nice carpet that's
Right.
it like gets
Not-
vacuumed
no,
once a week.
I don't leave
like,
anything on the floor. You need to drape it over something.
Tony's with me.
Does she
that is
carpet your
waist
floor?
height.
pair of basketball shorts that I'm going to wear
Toddlers.
tomorrow.
That's
staying on
different,
the
but you
floor.
don't want the shirt to wrinkle, though. That's the thing.
That's why
If
you
you're going to wear it
wrinkle.
again.
Yes, exactly.
Chris?
Stugotz. You drape it over the arm of a chair.
toddlers leave toys on the floor, not husbands.
Everywhere they leave them. Toddlers. Don't get me started on those.
Step on those Legos.
I think I've got to think here, since there was this segment was replete with sexism. I got to think that leaving socks on the floor is a man's thing.
Well, I'm telling you, it's not. But I do drape my socks over the armchair as well.
What an unnecessary thing you're doing. Just leave them on the
It's
floor.
just
They're
like,
going on
it's
your
my,
feet.
It's my in between place. And I don't
Yeah.
want to leave shit on the floor
So you're like
in general.
So when you take them off, they're inside
floor
out.
gets
So you're
dusty.
putting them back the way they go, and then you're like gently laying them on the
These are
arm.
like 5% used socks. Like there's still 95% of its use left. So they're basically clean, but they're
Wait a
not
minute.
completely clean.
Wait,
so
what
I'm
is
not
that?
going to
Hold
put them
on
back
a
in the
second.
drawer.
Do you ever do the smell test with the socks to see?
Oh, God.
If it's like a
No.
middle.
If I even have to
No.
consider that, they're going in the hamper.
No, if you
Nothing wrong with a smell test, guys.
No.
Sometimes it
Thank
smells
you.
good. Yeah,
Thank
it does.
you,
It
Tony.
does.
Sometimes it
Occasionally,
smells
it does.
good.
It does on a good
Everyone
day.
likes their own brand with everything.
No, not with that.
Not with that.
Not
Not
with
with that.
Even when I have,
Yeah.
even if there's something that needs needs to be washed. Even if the smell I smell is, ooh, not wearing these
Grajo,
again.
you're saying
it's
body
still a
odor.
decent smell.
You think people like their own body odor?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Vinegar and corn chips.
If I do the armpit smell, even if it doesn't smell bad, I'm a little like,
All right, let's think about this for a
Not
second.
so bad.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Ryan, and I'm here on behalf of Drinking Beers with Friends. During the summer, making memories, but not just any beer. No, a light beer that actually tastes like beer. I'm talking about Miller Lite, folks. With great taste and only 96 calories, Miller Lite is brewed with beer lovers in mind. Miller Lite is for those, like me, who want their light beer to taste like beer, because light beer should. It shouldn't taste like water. It should taste like beer. This summer, have more fun with the Beer Lovers Light Beer, the great tasting 96 calorie Miller Lite. There is just nothing that tops the feeling on a hot day of taking that first sip from that beautiful white can. So the next time you're getting ready to enjoy cold ones with your crew, go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Dan Le Batard.
I don't want to be too extreme on this, but he failed America.
Stugotz.
Okay, very good.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
This music playing throughout this has made me happy throughout.
We have one answer to reveal. I mean, we're at 123. We need like 82 here.
I've missed music so much. Dan Patrick,
Except this song.
who was on mute in airports all over the country yesterday, but he was talking out loud about regrets he had about taking all this shit too seriously and not having a sense of humor about himself. And he was saying that he's got video that fills him with great shame and regret.
Mm-hmm.
Of him telling a daughter that was very young when she said, you know, something like, "Dad, jump in the pool with me. How about mind your own business?" And he was talking on air about how cold that was because he was so serious about getting ahead in sports. And then right after that, they played Cats in the Cradle, which I want right now so badly to have music other
Such
than
a
this
good
available
song.
to me, because only throwing out cheap ragtimey music when I want to do something creative, it's been like a slow death for 18 months. That all I've got at my disposal is something from the 1920s that nobody wants. The intellectual property is all just done on.
Greg Cody would be so happy.
Like, that's the only music available to us. Kind of shop we running around here.
Can I close the loop just in case people listening wanted to know the answers? Name another word for a book. Dan said Kindle, which these were probably written before Kindles were around.
Oh, okay.
I'm just assuming because that's a decent answer. Novel, number one answer. Story, paperback, pamphlet, volume, publication. Were all the
Another
answers.
zero for me.
Yeah, zero for you there. I don't know, what did Dan get? I know we didn't get to 200.
Yeah, so he finishes with 52 points on the round.
He scored his
did.
age at least.
123
I
points in
outscored him.
total.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you need me on the team.
Yeah, novel wouldn't even
Roy,
have gotten you there.
I think you should play. Well, I think you should play right now for my spot. I think we should turn a competition.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Where you would end up being the head of the family with Stugotz weirdly on a game show that has only my father on.
No,
it.
I think Roy should get to pick a Fast Money teammate and see who. Like,
my father's not even on it. Wait a minute. So my father, there would be no Le Batards now on this show. 2 Codys, no Le Batards.
That's right.
There's
Yeah.
something right about that.
Jessica, you're my teammate.
All right.
Woo!
So we're playing another Fast Money game. Although,
is exciting.
congratulations, Dan and Stugotz. You get $5 for every point you earn in Fast Money. So you win $715. That is what you leave today's edition of the Family Feud.
80-20 my way. I mean,
He already absconded with the money before you said that.
We might
Bought
have
all the flights in
$715 in the
America.
fine bucket.
We have a lot of money in the fine bucket.
Yeah, we do. Grid of Death is coming around the corner. Someone's going to win all that money.
No thanks. Well, I'll take the money. But
You know what, though, the grid of death, this has been very frustrating to me because nobody's done anything, and I sadly come in here and do all the punishments in clown costumes, and my wife was diligently buying Machine Gun Skippy costume stuff that I was hoping to get in today, but it's hard to get all this cheap stuff from China, from Amazon in 4 days. And nobody around here has served their punishments. We're about to get to...
Hey.
How many do you still owe, Roy?
I don't know, like 1, 2?
Everybody owes something. There's not somebody here who doesn't owe, and some people owe 6 and 7 things. Whittingham had the most horrific year ever had by anybody at Grid of Death. And what's the point of doing?
Yeah, when are you sleeping in the stadium, Chris?
You know what? I was actually just thinking about that. I think Inter Miami have an away game in San Jose coming up very soon. It's a Wednesday night, and the game kicks off at 10:30. So I'm thinking, like, what if I just spend the night at the stadium? I do the Donda there. While I'm there, I sit in every seat in one of the section. I might just knock it all out in one go.
You should invite Ray Hudson to stay with you.
Yeah. Good choice, by the way.
But
nice weather.
In good conscience, we cannot in good conscience go into another season where we do this and sell it and we do 9% of the punishment because Stugotz owes like 70 from 3 years.
True.
Like,
not true.
I don't want, it is true, Stugotz.
I owe a poem. That's it.
How many does he owe? 4, 5? Just from this year.
Well, Billy's not here
The
right
evil
now,
cat's
so
not
we
here
can't
today.
check.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
That
again,
was our first flaw.
we have to do this. Anyways,
we have to have a Grid of Death meeting next week where we come up with a more list of punishments and actually assign them all out. We got to do them by the start of this season.
I was going over with Valerie some of the punishments, and they're outstanding, dozens outstanding. And I'm like, really? We're having a Johnny Depp costume off between 4 people? 4 people are going to compete to see who can be the best Johnny Depp character from any of his movies.
But when we came up with that idea, we didn't realize he'd have a very public trial.
That's
that
right.
Didn't
We
exactly
did not. But
make
that's
him a
how long
sympathetic
these
figure.
punishments have gone. Is what I'm saying. Like, history changes. Now it's less cute. All of a sudden, you're going to get me canceled because I'm dressed like Fat Edward Scissorhands.
I think we should have in our Grid of Death meeting a cancellation clause in which if someone gets canceled, then we don't do the subsequent punishment.
Well, we switch it.
We switch it. Yeah.
But he won it. He won his trial. I love this thing being infected by it because we can't do our punishments on time. This stupid thing.
All right, so Chris, are Roy and Jess going to play some fast money right now?
All right, who's going first? Who's going to be the closer?
Roy, you go.
All right.
Go first
All
or
right.
go leave the room?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
You have to leave the room.
Jess,
You can't hear the answers.
Okay.
I'm going to go back on vacation.
So Jessica just took over the lead
I'll be right
spot.
there with you, Jess.
She took
Hang
the
on.
pressure spot. Roy is getting...
That's all right.
So Roy's going first. Roy, you got to leave a couple of number 1s up there. You know that, right?
Now, hold
I'm
on.
gonna
a
do all
second.
the points.
Dan did execute,
You
though,
have
I
to,
mean.
wait a minute. Jeremy, somebody needs to.
Kindle.
You guys played this game when you guys played. I love that we both got 0 on name another name for a book.
I'm going to go
And
make
you call
sure.
America dumber.
Never felt better about myself.
I'm going to go out there and make sure that she can't hear the show from where she's sitting.
This is what I wanted to ask you guys because I was clearly
Who's asking the questions?
I was not listening to Stugotz's answers when you guys were playing, but I wasn't exactly in a soundproof room. I think on Family Feud they still do that, right?
Yeah.
They put somebody in a soundproof room somewhere else in the studio.
They give them very noise canceling headphones. They start bobbing around, pretending to dance to music they're listening to.
They reveal your answers, but your back is to the board
Correct.
when you come out.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, it's confirmed she cannot hear us, so we are good to go. You ready, Roy?
All right, Roy. So are we going to play traditional Family Feud
25.
style? No, 25? Okay.
Let's just come on. Let's get
All right.
ourselves. I'm a slow reader.
What? No, yeah, this is a
There
terrible
should be a
decision
5-second
we
buffer
made.
for me reading.
Well, I want to be honest. I want to be honest.
Otherwise, I'm going to be like, I'm going to like be feeling the pressure.
Right,
Just give me that buffer.
Chris,
30 seconds.
No, you guys, no.
Reading's tough, Dan.
Chris, you skated on something, which is in the middle of me getting, and this is not a deflection because I got my 0 points and they were earned. But we had the exchange. You read something and I'm like, what?
Because I was rushing.
Does that happen a lot on Family Feud?
I know
where I didn't know what your sentence.
you gotta say pass.
You were no. He read it so fast. I did not know what he was asking
You got to
me.
keep up.
It was the sock question.
It was a fast food. It was like how many? It was like it's a weird question. It could have just been how many pairs of socks does someone wear a
the
week?
reader? Shouldn't Whittingham be the reader? Doesn't this play out differently if Whittingham is the reader?
More fun this way.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 25 seconds on the clock.
Time.
25 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Time starts as soon as I complete the first question. Here we go. Name a part of your body that you might say has an ache.
Head.
At your job, out of 60 minutes in each hour, how many do you spend actually working? Roy,
5.
name someone you might ask for directions.
He's stealing money.
Gas station attendant.
How old would you like your first child to be before their first date?
Ooh.
Dude, you suck at this.
25.
Name a person. Name a reason a person might be running.
Exercise.
I mean, you like
Pretty
have
good.
like,
Exercise.
Pretty
They give
good.
it
like
to
a
him.
buffer reaction
good.
to every question. Like, ooh.
All right.
You can't do the usuals. Every second is
old.
precious. I
What
mean,
was the fourth answer you gave? For time for age?
25.
25.
Just
Yeah.
for fun though, name a person that might be
He
running.
said it. He said exercise.
Okay. But judges? Was
Was
he
it
good?
name
All
a
right, good.
person that might be running or a reason?
A reason.
They might be
All right,
running?
okay.
Name a reason a person might be running.
All right. So
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I left that number one answer on the board like you asked me to. Stugotz.
All right,
Roy,
Nate.
All right.
You got 3.
did.
I think 3 of your 5 answers were correct, and I think I was actively playing defense against you because of how shocked I was that you
shouting.
work 5 hours a week.
Or an hour. Every hour he works
5 minutes an hour.
So-
My kind of job.
All right, here we go. Name a part of your body that you might say has an ache. He said head. That is the top answer. 34 points.
Wow.
Just know there's something just below that with 33 points. All right, at your job, out of the 60 minutes, how much do you actually spend working? He said 5. 0 would have been a better answer. No, that is not on there. I will not tell you the top answer. All right. Name someone you might ask for directions. What did he say?
Gas station attendant.
That is the number 3 answer. 16 points.
Okay.
Not bad.
How old would you like your first child to be before the first date? He said 25. That is not on the board.
That's a great
But I
answer.
understand, Roy.
But no,
That's the wacky answer.
Or never. Never would have been a good answer.
correct answer. Poor Princess Claire. You don't want to imagine that. How old is she right now?
Turning 5 in November.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Name a reason a person might be running. He said exercise. That's the top answer. 36 points.
Wow.
All right. So what's his total?
All right. His total at the end of that is 86 points.
A lot of work for
bad.
Jess here. A lot of
Jessica
work.
will have 114 to win. Let me go bring her into the room.
All right.
All right.
Very exciting.
Bring her in the room.
Although, I don't know, Roy, I didn't love the noises that were made after every question.
It was my
Yeah.
fault.
Nah.
I'm just shocked that he works 5 minutes an hour.
Being honest.
All right. Jessica has returned. How many points did he get, Whitty? Oh, Juju in the house.
So again, Roy got 86 points. Jessica will need 114 to win.
Okay.
Now, again, you'll have 25 seconds to answer all of
30.
these questions. Oh, 30 seconds, excuse me. 30 seconds to answer all these questions.
So we're playing
if you
a yet
repeat an
dumber
answer,
version.
you will hear this sound.
Well, host.
I'll say try again, and you'll give another answer. 100 people surveyed
Nervous. Okay.
will now reveal Roy's answers to the audience.
All right, here we go. Name a part of your body that you might say has an ache.
Back.
At your job, out of the 60 minutes in each hour, how many do you spend actually working?
48.
Name someone you might ask for directions.
My dad.
How old would you like your first child to be before their first date?
16. I don't
Name-
want kids though.
Name a reason a person might be running.
Jog. Marathon.
Okay.
That's the
All
same,
right.
no? The exercise.
Same. It's the same.
I would think that's like no.
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
have
That's
it.
fine.
Nope, it's
That's
a different
fine.
answer. I got it.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
I think she got it. I think she won. She's good. By the way, she's good. She's good.
Oh, yeah, she's excellent.
You're on my team, okay, if I'm selected. Seriously.
Thanks, Stu.
All right, here we go.
All right. Again, she needs 114 to win. Chris, go
so
ahead.
nervous.
Name a part of your body that you might say has an ache. You said back. That is the number 3 answer. 11 points.
Wow.
Roy
What
said
was
head.
the second answer?
Stomach was the second
Stomach ache.
answer.
I would
Little
have gone
tummy
back.
ache,
I would have
Dan,
gone
you know?
back.
I would have
Yeah.
gone back
And
too.
tooth was the 4th.
So head was the number one answer with 34 points.
This was a tough one
These
right here.
listeners have never menstruated, and it shows.
Yeah.
This that's true.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
This is a tough one for Jess. This one's gonna hurt. At your job, out of 60 minutes in each hour, how many do you spend actually working? She said you got to go 5 and 0.
You gotta go-
Yeah, you gotta go
times
around
there.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
I,
one
was
works.
just being, I was just being honest.
Yeah,
No
no
one works
Roy. He
48
said
minutes.
5 minutes.
Roy said
5 minutes.
5.
Nobody. Yeah.
45.
The top answer, 45 minutes.
so
Wow.
How many points did she leave on the table?
30.
Wow.
Damn.
So it's a nil.
That's a nil.
Ooh.
Jessica, this next
Rookie
answer is a
mistake.
question from the 70s, right? Because asking your dad for directions
Yeah.
instead of like, whatever,
Wow.
MapQuest or something else.
I was thinking to myself, what would I answer, or like what would I put forward?
But she
I don't think I
answered-
could have come up with anything.
But Dad will come up in the 70s more than it would now.
Right. Well, Roy's answer was the third answer on the board.
Roy said Roy
Gas
went
station attendant.
Station
No, but back in the day, that's a great answer, Roy.
Is this, the graduate?
All right,
And
so-
you would trust him no matter what.
You trust a gas station attendant with your life.
So Jess got, of the 8 answers given, Jess got the bottom answer. It was
Okay.
parent. Only 2 people said that.
All right.
The top answer, friend.
Huh.
The second answer,
My dad's
Siri,
my friend.
Siri or an app. But parent was at the bottom, so I got to go with that.
Siri
on
second.
app.
I was at second.
All right.
All right.
How old would you like your first child to be before the first date? What did she say?
16.
That is the number 2 answer. 25 points for Jess. The number 1 answer was 18. 27. Roy said 25. That was not an
A
answer.
lot of parents here are kind of doing the thing where they're like, "Oh, I don't want my kid." Like everyone needs to just ask questions. I don't know about
Right.
them.
Yeah.
You want? We lost.
Never had kids. So.
We lost again. We
No,
didn't
no,
come
we got
close.
one more. We got one more.
We still got marathon.
boldly declared that she's great at this.
There's also one more.
all evidence to the contrary.
Wow.
What?
What? Oh, wait a minute here.
I think
Listen, her error was the 48 instead of 45. That was bad.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
That
bad.
was just
45,
me.
you
That was
had
just
it.
me telling you
Right.
how long and one
You
of
gotta
the
play the game,
episodes
though.
of our show is.
No, I know. I realized what you were doing.
Roy said 5 minutes
All
an
right,
hour.
yeah,
Round
you
that
said that
down.
already. Thanks, Dan. All right.
The last
Damn.
question was, name a reason a person might be running. She said jogging. Or no. She said
Marathon.
jogging would have fallen under exercise, which was the top answer. So that one we eliminated. And then she said marathon. One of the fifth answer here for 6 points is sports/game. So we're going to put that in that one.
Okay.
So we'll give her 6
But
points
we
there.
as a team said, Jessica,
Man.
we were clapping, good answers. We were saying you're good at this, and we lost.
Yep, Jessica in the end finishes with 44 points.
How many points
from the
did Roy
second
have?
round? He had 86, and so as a sum total, you have 130 points.
That's about what people usually like. That was a nice average round they did.
That
That's
was
like what people
shitty.
usually end up
we
with, right?
failed. We failed as a group
Yeah, but
to
it was
impress
fun.
anybody.
It was fun. Look at us. We had fun.
Yeah, we had content. Content, Dan.
How about me reading, too? How about my reading?
Awesome.
Thank you.
At least
Thank
I-
you.
$750. Congratulations for playing.
At least I
you.
could think of another word for a book. Jesus.
What was your answer there?
Well, I didn't have to do that one, but I was thinking novel.
You didn't feel that one under pressure, though. That was,
I mean, Jess, you do have the lowest score of any of our 4 players. so
Oh
far,
my
so-
God, Woody.
And one of those 4 was
But I
me.
did answer the fastest.
I think I have the high score. Remember that? Go to the airport.
That's not true.
with Bradley Beal.
At least people like me.